EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Jackson on first down. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 45. After the interception, here's Ryan. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Well, both teams practice this situation. And this time, the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
Jackson now. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson, and lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now the pass brought in by Roberts. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see, great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This one fielded at the 5. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down and 4, Ryan, he's airing it out for Sanu. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Now Jackson.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Jackson now. Going to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, this from 37. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up. Wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Ryan to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
Ready, blue lady! Blue lady! 48 right now. Let's go. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, let's go.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Check.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pins.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 15. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready? Blue lady! Blue down.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Ryan, it's caught. Jones. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan looking in zone for Jones. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 37 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So that'll back him up 5.
Boom! Big hit all day. Sack City, baby.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Well, we've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him?
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He's to the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They run. Devontae Freeman. Fighting his way through contact. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Ryan. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. 41 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. They'll try and run with Freeman. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the two-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Hey, check, 3 down.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Freeman. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game. That punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check...
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something.
The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Matt Judon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Ryan wants to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Looking deep for Julio. It got his man complete. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10 clear on the other side of the field. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.